Hi everyone. There were a few people who were joining the afternoon who were interested in the whole process of how I did the photo transfers to the wood. So this is a short video just explaining that process. Thanks. What I started with is a 1x8 pine board. I used the Select pine because it's a little higher quality, doesn't have any issues with warping. And then I cut that into 10-inch segments. So it's basically an 8x10, though with wood being measured sort of weird. It's not technically 8 inches wide, it's 7 1/4. So just factor that into your planning. The next thing that you're going to need is some Liquitex Professional Gloss Gel Medium. This is the actual chemical agent that will transfer the ink from your printout to the wood. When you're buying your wood, you may also want to go ahead and buy a 1x2 if you want to make a little piece to attach to the back of your board, just to give it a little extra stability to stand up. Once that's done, you're going to go ahead and just glue it to the back of the board, and it's a good idea to use a couple of clamps just to keep that nice and tight while it dries. Once you have your board prepared, you want to go ahead and get a color printout of your photo you want to use. The photo needs to be laser printed for the ink to transfer successfully, but you don't want it to be on like a real thick paper. Thinner paper is actually better, and you'll see why soon. When your board is dried, it is ready for the photo to be put on. The way you're going to do that is to brush the gloss gel medium both on the wood itself and also on the photo, and then gently align those two together. And then you're going to use like a credit card or a store card, something to just sort of gently smooth out any air bubbles that may have formed when you put the paper on. If you've added a foot to give your photo some extra stability, make sure that you have a book or something else underneath it supporting it while you do this work. You need to allow your photo to dry on top of the wooden board for at least 2 hours, I would say. Probably 3 to even 4 would be a little bit better, just to make sure it's nice and dry. Once you've made sure that your photo is nice and dry, you're going to need a spray bottle with just some plain water inside of it, and you're going to spray the entire back of the photo to make sure that it's nice and wet, and then you're actually going to start rubbing the paper away just using your fingers. Removing the excess paper may take a couple of steps. What I've found works well is to spray the whole back of the photo once with water, rub away as much paper as I can, let that dry, and then spray and do the whole process again. Once you've gotten all the paper off of your project, you are ready to move on to phase 2. One other thing I want to note is that if you are concerned about the direction of your photo, you need to flip the orientation of your photo because it is a mirror image. Thanks.